Hello Stargaze and welcome back to what I think is my first Valley tour. I know we've done a couple Dreamlight Valley videos, but I don't think I've done a tour yet. And we redid the Plaza mostly on Tuesday stream. I fiddled it a little bit after. It's not done, but I feel like it's the point where I'm happy to show it off. I have a cranberry and raspberry tea in my Rapunzel mug. I don't have a bell mug, so unfortunately I couldn't fit that to it. But I'm going to just talk a bit about my Plaza, my ideas behind it all, and then we're going to talk about the latest update. Oop, sorry, we hit the mic there. Yeah. Obviously, you can kind of get a glimpse at the Dream Bundle outfit here. We'll talk about the Dream Bundle and my thoughts on it more in detail in a minute. But first off, we have... Look at my sweet little cafe. I used the Inside Out pancake recipe because I thought it kind of fit the sweet, cozy vibe this cafe gives off to me. I don't know. You can disagree. And then we have a little stall here selling all sorts of goodies. We've got the flower shop. I've put a lot of pumpkins everywhere just to try and be autumnal and Halloweeny. I don't know what to do with this area though, so if you have any ideas, do let me know. And speaking of ideas, place I need ideas for, this big section, either side of the carousel, in front of the store, between those bits, I feel like I need something else, but I don't know what. Oh, Donald, don't fall inside the clock. But we've got this whole little main street. I know that obviously a street would typically have shops either side, but I find that for camera angles and being able to maneuver it, it feels a little too enclosed for me personally if I have them too close together. I did previously have my shops, some on the side and some at that side of the plaza, but I like how we've redone it. I'm glad, Peter. The carousel is here because I love carousels. If you don't know this about me, carousels are my favorite ride. I love that you can see the world from different perspectives. They're so special and magical, and I love the carousel at Disneyland. Unfortunately, we don't have that one, but we have Woodies, so you can ride the carousel and see the castle just like you would at Disneyland. And we got a little ice skating rink, partially to fill space, but the idea is that Kristoff and Elsa help maintain it. That's why Kristoff sleds here, because he's bought lace deliveries to keep this from melting. We've got... Hi, Nocturner. I need to move that bin. I don't know why. It's fine. We got a sweet little park with a picnic spot. I don't know. It's not the most... I could do more. I will do more. But I feel like as a starting point, I'm quite proud of how this turned out. Let me know what yours is looking like. Do you have any ideas for things I could incorporate? We got snacks you can get to take to the cinema. It's nice, I think. But I've given you plenty of time to look at this dress. Should we talk about the dress? Scar thinks we should. Isn't it so pretty? I genuinely think this is my favorite dress we have in the game. The gold detailing, the little 3D accented flowers, the sparkles down the bottom. I also just love this kind of shape of gown where they have the little hands there, like the Cinderella gown from the original thing. Yeah, I'm also clapping at this, guys. The tiara, it's so rare we get a new tiara, and I think we're the other ones to death, so I'm excited for this one. Speaking of the Dream Bundle and the outfits, I want to show you Belle and the Beast, but I don't know where they are. Belle was right here before I started recording. Oh, also, there's this little area behind Remy's, which is a little private dining area where you can eat out. I came back here because earlier I saw Belle sat here reading a book and it was super sweet. Belle and the Beast, where'd you go? Belle's down here. She didn't go far. There she is, sat reading a book. We're not going to talk about this area. I was going to do like a Toontown bit to the left side of my valley and like a fairyland to the right. I haven't got around to it. The Inside Out house is still there because I've not finished that quest and I wanted them easily accessible. Just don't look at and judge this bit. But this gown is so well done. I love the kind of reflective, metallic sheen it has. And just the little beads. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. It really does look like the dress. And she looks so lovely in it. Is the Beast around to show his off? I'm not sure. But the quest we'll talk about once we've seen him. Beast? Oh, he's in the restaurant. Well, that's fine. That's fine. We can go see the Beast in his finery. I love the dream bundles. I feel like I should start with that when I'm talking about it. Look at him, so dapper. But that's also because I love quests, which we'll get into. But this is the third dream bundle we've had now. We had the Ursula one, we had the Wally one, and now we have this one. In case you're wondering what is in it, there is. We'll talk more about the shop in a bit as well. I have an order in mind for how I want to talk about things. Spoiler alert if you don't want to hear about the quests associated with it. Upcoming. But we will talk about the Once Upon a Dance Dream Bundle quests. They are my favorite. I think they're my favorite Dream Bundle quests we've had so far. There are these sweet royal bow drop earrings. There's obviously Belle in her gorgeous outfit here, which probably would have been easier to show you than finding her. But oh well, you got to see it in person. You have the gold enchanted rose tiara, the royal blossom piano. It's so lovely. The royal blossom columns, the gazebo, and then there's the autumn ball attire, the rose blossom ball gown, and enchanted evening beast. Oh, and the color from Maine. I thought I had completed the quest in this bundle. Ha! Huh. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I've got mail. I'm not sure. I didn't even notice that. Okay. Regardless, the quest line. I will put a spoiler warning here, and I will let you know when it's over. But the idea is basically you are helping Belle and the Beast recreate really key moments in their relationship. So you're getting, like their breakfast they had together was the porridge. They try and recreate that with Tiana's help, and we... What else did we do? We made a bird feeder, which Christoph helped design, which I thought was such a sweet nod to the Beast main story and him making friends with him. I love how they tie the Dream Bundle quests into their main story quests, like personal quests, and how they will continue to be referred to later. Good night, Penelope. I think that's so... It's just like a really nice, expansive detail that makes them feel more like they are a part of the character and less like it's a separate DLC that doesn't fit with the main game. Does that make sense? And then on top of that, what was the other thing? There was the food. There was that. He had dance lessons with Anna, which had a custom animation. And that animation tied into a cutscene we got at the end of the quest line because they wanted to recreate their dance. I think I still have the decorations up here past my Corona inspired area. And not only do I think that was just such a sweet concept for a quest line to leading up to this ball just for him and Belle and doing all the prep for it and just kind of helping again them recreate those magical memories. The gazebo was here. Ignore that it's not the most detailed area. I just wanted to put something down so it wasn't just that. I could get the gazebo actually. Look at this. Isn't it lovely? If you want to see it up close. But we had a little cutscene at the end of him dancing. Oh, wait, it's a camera spot? I'm learning new things. I was talking about the quest and then I've instantly distracted. Will it recreate? This is so sweet. Anyway, there was a cutscene at the end of them dancing together in here. We've never, like, it's so rare we get a cutscene, so to get one that isn't just like them stood around for a photo op, but actually them interacting and moving in a way we haven't seen before. I thought that was really special. Oh wait. Is Moana just happening to dance in there, or do people come in there to dance? I think Moana is just happening to dance in there. Maybe. Either way, very cute. Thanks, Moana. Fully lost my thoughts on the quest. It was nice to delve more into their relationship. Again, they do a really good job of incorporating their movie life and their life in the valley and how it's developing and how they're settling in. Which brings us to other quests. I was really impressed with these quests. I think for me, a part of what makes the dream bundles more worth it than the signature bundles, I say, having all the signature bundles and dream bundles, is that extra development of having those quests and expands to the characters that they then will refer back to in the future. We'll talk about the Star Path later in a bit, but I really love the dream bundles, and I'm really happy they're a concept that they've come back to. I will say, I was kind of hoping we get a dream bundle that would turn the prince into a human again. That was something I've been hoping for a long time. Thought was how they were going to do it, given how we have Ursula and Vanessa. But alas, no such luck.
You gotta be yourself.
Oh, we got Rapunzel and Aladdin hanging out.
Okay.
Lumiere and Cogsworth. I thought they were super well done. I think this was... I don't know how to say this nicely. I was a little concerned after the Inside Out quest because I just did not think they fit the storyline of the Valley or just the overall narratives we've had going on. I thought they were a weird fit with them constantly talking about Riley and not recognizing the Valley as the Valley. It was just... I posted a separate video about how I feel like they could have done them better. Wasn't a fan. In contrast, Lumiere and Cogsworth were done so well. The story felt seasonally appropriate with the kind of haunted aspect going on. There was an almost choose your own adventure element, which I loved and would love to see more of. I would like to see how much of a difference that makes. I might have to go up and see what other people's choices were and how that affects things. It might just be some minor dialogue changes, but I still love that. I think that the quest was balanced really well between them, because sometimes when we get two characters at once, it feels like the storyline leans a lot more heavily on one than the other, but Lumiere and Cogsworth had a really good back and forth and split between them, and it felt like their characters naturally interacting and not, oh, this person has this quest, this person has this quest. They're kind of separate but kind of the same, and they don't really mesh. I thought it was really sweet, and I loved how it tied back into the main story and its overall themes too, because spoiler, it's okay, but that we then nodded back to this idea of our protagonist still having memories and feelings of stuff that we are exploring and dealing with, and just the mental health themes that the main story carried. I love that we continue to touch upon that and expand on that, and I would guess, based on the fact that there were new quests with Jasmine and Scar later, that we're going to keep expanding on that in their personal quests. And not only do they obviously put these more mental health focused points in, but they also let you choose how you want to interpret them. Like, the invitation could have been for multiple reasons. Maybe you missed it because you're sick, maybe you weren't invited. I like how they handle it. Obviously, I'm a big advocate for mental health conversations and calm, so any kind of touching on that, I want it to be done well, but I love that it is there in this game, and it really speaks to, I guess, the kind of storytelling they want to convey, but also the, I guess, maturity of this game in places. I know it's a game for all ages, and they really make it feel like one. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I really hope we get some decor based on this bit at some point. I love the rainbow roses. They're so cute. More flowers in the game, please. Yeah, I don't know. I just felt like it was a really... They tackle it in a way that feels like, ooh, it's approachable as maybe a younger person or someone who's older and has an interest in the game, and I really like that. Speaking of, though, of different audiences, there is something I feel like they could be doing better. Is this a weird transition? Maybe. We have a new seasonal bundle, again, going back to the shop, down the bottom, we have a new seasonal Moonstone pack. And first off, the Masquerade Gothic Manor. Side note, I don't think I can justify spending this money, for even if, I know it's for the Moonstone as well, but yeah, it reminds me of the Scooby-Doo Where Are You house with the bats and everything. Wonderful. Am I wrong? Or are most of the seasonal outfits more feminine presenting? Maybe I'm just forgetting some, or I've just not paid attention to some, but I feel like a lot of the time there is the top hat and there is the the mask, but I don't know. It feels like they're very femme presenting. I don't know how I feel about that. Obviously, there is no pressure to buy the seasonal bundles, and even if you do, you're probably buying it for the Moonstones more so because they have so many lovely things in the store, including the Dream bundles, which it's hard to say what I think they are value-wise. I feel like they're better value than the signature bundles if you have an investment in quests over just like decorating. Though I will say there were some really lovely pieces within the seasonal bundle, the signature bundles that I do use in my decorating. Can you see I want to do a fairy themed area and I've got these in for a while. It's hard to gauge the value of moonstones to me personally. I love that we can earn them, and I feel like maybe it's just because I have bought the DLCs and stuff and gained moonstones through that. I've never ran out of moonstones. I always have at least enough for the next star path, and then beyond that, I'm kind of willing to do whatever. I haven't put any more money into this game than when I initially bought it and the DLCs. I've not bought a moonstone pack yet. Will that change? Who knows? But right now, I feel like it's currency-wise. I don't know. But talking about the star path, the wishful thinking star path, I love this as a theme. I love that it is simultaneously Halloween, but also just I guess like woodsy themed. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it, but it feels like it's usable all year round if you were the kind of person interested in that more witchy, cottagey aesthetic. But even if you're not, you could use it to do some really cool builds, I'm sure. And just like, there's some decorations I think would fit really nicely into everyday decorating. Obviously, this is just a reskin of the Storyvale glider, but it's really pretty. And it does have more detail to it. I was surprised to see we got a dress so early on. The dress, though, does bring me back to, again, I feel like we get more feminine presenting stuff than masculine, and that, I don't know how I feel about that. The furniture is so detailed and so pretty. The stained glass, I cannot wait to build a greenhouse. I love the wood detailing because like even behind the carvings and stuff, it's still really fleshed out. Look at the way the wood curves. I feel like they really are getting better and better in terms of quality. I'm so excited to make a greenhouse. I think these are so pretty. I might also use them just like inside. I don't know. I feel like I could find other purposes for these. I think they're wonderful. And there's just so many things that I can see being nice to really put around the valley and other areas. Like the Bewitched garden tools would be really nice near Wally's garden and stuff. So it's not like they're neglected just that. We always need more wooden wallpapers. I say this as someone that has obviously decorated the Snuggly Duckling. That is up on the channel. And struggled with finding a good wooden wallpaper for it. I'm not sure how I feel about the flooring. Because I worry it looks a little bit too intentional almost. I don't know if you have a whole floor covered in it. It's just going to look like the moss has been placed there instead of it's growing naturally. The spiderweb dress Daisy reminds me of my Draculaura doll, the skirt. I love the sparkles though, and it's such a cute outfit. I will 100% be having her in this soon. The witch robes, I think, are... They're not too feminine. I think they style it with a pumpkin helmet, and I didn't see that. But the boots have these massive heels, and I love them. I think they're great boots. I would wear these boots. They're a little weirdly angled. They're kind of wonky. I've only just noticed that. But again, I feel like I don't know what I'd like to see them do instead. but there's definitely room to expand on the masculine clothing options. More detailed covered. I assume you've all seen the Star Path anyway, but it's nice to go over these. The little mushrooms and crystals in the bag. Wonderful. However, oh, the bonus rewards, in case you haven't seen them. You got Sis Flyers, the Vanity. I'm hoping those won't actually be there in game. We shall see. The cooktop is such a nice new version of the stove. I'm not so fussed on the fiery thorns. I don't know why they are in the bonus rewards, honestly. Maybe that's just me. We've got this gorgeous hat with the little hanging details, the little moon on the end. It's so pretty. And the forest cottage. I don't know if I have it in my values fits, but I still want it. I don't like the routine duties. Maybe it's just me. I love that they've made it so you can get through the actual duties from day one, but having to come back week after week after week, for me personally, with so many games that I juggle, I hate feeling like I'm not finished with the Star Path. Which is a weird complaint, but I know it's meant to like help you pace it better and so you have reason to keep coming back without forcing you to play every day. But it just means that I constantly have that feeling of like, I'm not done yet. And it's not a game that I can put aside properly because I'm waiting for this to be done. Maybe that's just that might just be a me thing, and I'm constantly overwhelmed and anxious thing. But yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. So happy the Lumiere and Cogsworth edition. Also, another brief spoiler alert. I love how their inclusion to the valley has freed them from servitude, because I wasn't sure how they were going to handle that. I had concerns. I don't know how I thought they would, but I think it was really nicely done the way it's like, oh no, you're with us as friends and family. Like, you're not here to serve. You're just members of the valley. You're here to enjoy your time. I thought that was really lovely. I don't know. I feel like I need to get more into their personal stories before I can speak more on them, obviously. I think the character designs are really well. Sometimes they don't translate to the 3D initially feeling right. Like, there's a couple villagers that I look at and go, I still recognize you as the character, but you don't look as good as some others. I don't want to name names.
If you're wondering what to do, just listen to that little voice inside you.
Thanks, Woody. Yeah, maybe that's just me, but I feel like Lumiere's wax looks waxy, and his kind of candelabra base does look like a metallic candelabra. They're metal in general. I know we have obviously other metallic things, but I feel like even if you just compare the tool gold and like the gold on the outfit, there's just that bit more of a maybe it's because it's more like a yellow gold, but it feels like they've got that reflectiveness down a little bit more. Do you get what I mean? I don't know. I just keep looking at this dress. It's so pretty. I cannot wait to unlock the rewards as I level up Lumiere and Cogsworth. I can't wait to share my thoughts on them more on stream. I can't wait to decorate my valley more. Again, if you have any ideas what to do there is, do let me know. I just thought it'd be fun to do a little check-in and talk about the update. Oh, reminder, in case you didn't read the patch notes, they have added the... Oh, wrong area. The Teal Baby Dragon and the Black Pegasus are now available in the Storybook Vale in all areas. So, go pick them up. I'm gonna do that off stream, I think. Off stream? After I finish recording. We have a couple new photo mode poses. And I believe it's this one. So we have like our first one with the watering can. They're also a lot more still, which I think will help. They're so pretty. I feel like maybe this is just me, but they've improved the faces in the selfie modes. I could be wrong. I just feel like their smiles look a lot more natural and nice. I'm not sure what's going on with like the weird poutiness here. There's also a pause thing, so you can pause the animations, much like in certain other games. And now you can show off your phone cases, which I think is really cute. There's a couple selfie ones. There's Rapunzel just doing her art behind us. Yeah, and then obviously you can combine them with the expressions. I still think these are a little intense, but I feel like the neutral expressions are much better. And being able to pause will make these more usable than they were before. We've got this one. So pretty. It's not Infinity Nikki levels, but it's definitely an improvement and one I'm happy to see. I also love how it looks more like a net in this shot. I think that's really neat. Anyway, there are, I think, a couple other things addressed in the patch notes that I haven't mentioned here.
Really shows that
Do check them out yourself. I will leave them linked in the description if you haven't. If you want to see a good chunk of me decorating this and talking through my thoughts and getting chat's input at the time, there is the VOD from Tuesday's stream. And if you want to see the actual quest line for the Dream Bundle, that is in Thursday's stream VOD. I loved it so much. Truly, so sweet, so lovely. I don't know why I'm coming down to this unfinished area. Not that any area is finished. But if you would like to see me do more areas of my valley, decorating them and showing them off and just touring them and talking through them, not that I feel like I did a great job talking about this one, I can do that if there's interest. I am pleased with how it's turned out so far, though. I think it's really sweet. And it's still usable, which is a really important thing for me. I want to be able to navigate my valley and still get to the things I want to get to. With that, though, wishing you a wonderful rest of your day, night, whatever time zone it is for you. If you need to eat, drink, take your meds, just remind to do so. I hope you enjoy your time in the valley. Yeah. May you have sweet dreams too. I'm gonna head over here. Outro's hard. If the stars out go looking for me, I might have said that already. Regardless, I appreciate you so very much. You deserve kindness not just from others, but from yourself. It means a lot that more people watching the live VODs recently. I don't know what's going on. I guess YouTube's pushing the hard. I'm not sure, but know that I appreciate you so very much. I love you. Your support genuinely brightens my day. If you want to talk to Dreamlight Valley in the comments, or any other cute cozy game, feel free. I'm pretty good at responding, I think. Is there something you would like to see come to Dreamlight Valley? Is there something you wish they'd handle differently? Do you wish that Lumiere and Cogsworth quest was more focused on something else? How do you feel about having a quest that feels both seasonal and yet also works all year round? I thought that was really well done. I'm so down to see more. I guess it was kind of a unique circumstance, but still. Did you believe in ghosts or not? Thank you for being your wonderful selves. Goodbye.